yourself and developing yourself, it actually, you reduce your dating pool. Because there's so many people who aren't used to having like a healthier type of connection. So many people aren't used to that. So that makes things significantly more difficult. There's a lot of people who like, they'll say they want a healthy relationship, but they're used to not being in one. So like they conceptually want one. But then when they actually come across it, it's like, I'm probably gonna fuck this up, or this person's probably gonna hurt me, or I don't know how to be here. Or Hannah said something that she dealt with when she was younger, which is, especially when it comes from women dealing with men, a lot of women are used to the man being the problematic one in the relationship. So they're used to playing that role of like, you're the problem, I'm not the problem. But when you find a healthier man, it's like, oh, I may be the problem some here. And they can't handle the shame that comes along with it. They can't handle the shame of like, oh, I'm actually the one messing this up now. I'm used to it being the guy cheating or not being emotionally available or not being emotionally intelligent or not doing what they say they're going to do, right? But then when they get with someone who isn't going to put them through that type of experience, it's like, oh, so now I'm the one who has work to do. I don't want to do that. So let me find somebody else who is going to be kind of a problem so I can play the role I'm used to playing, which is complain about what he's not doing. That's how it works psychologically. So it can be incredibly difficult to find someone on that level because good women get snatched up faster than good men. That doesn't mean that there are no single good women. It just means that there's asymmetry in the connection. So, and let's define terms. When I mean by good, I mean developed, like psychologically developed, psychologically mature, integrated. Okay, so when I say good, I mean developed. So it could be harder for men to find women who don't have those issues I just spoke about. It's one thing to say you want it. It's another thing to have the capacity to receive that which you say you want. Fast, most good women, you got to take them from a dude that's treating them wrong, right? So like they typically get snatched up quick, 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 quick. Quick, quick, quick. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to find someone who's super developed, but you at least have to find someone who's willing to grow. If you're a man who's in a position or a position similar to mine. So you have to find one who's willing to like do the uncomfortable thing and face the discomfort, right? So they can be someone who is are probably used to toxic relationships or not getting what they want, but they have to have the capacity to tolerate entering into a new role. And a lot are unwilling to do that. They don't want to feel that discomfort. So when I've talked to Danny about this, when I've talked to someone willing to grow and work through conflict, resolve, not avoid, exactly. Women experience the same thing. It's not saying this is a masculine experience ultimately. It's not really gendered. But, you know, my coach has a lot of clients. He's been doing this for 10 years. I've been doing this for 2 years. Have my own personal experience. Danny is now working with clients and he has his personal experience. And there's a lot of patterns at play. There's a lot of patterns at play of people having a similar experience, which is a lot of people want to continue, they unconsciously want to continue having experiences that they're used to, which for a lot of women, that is, oh, he's the problem here. A lot of people are broken. Yeah, I don't even like to use the phrase broken because that almost implies a permanent state, but more so they're just unwilling
Did
to.
I have a stack?
Yeah, go ahead, buddy. They're unwilling to um, face that discomfort essentially. Yeah, not heal. I got you. I don't mean to like mince words there. I'm real. I'm a stickler for like using the actual words that capture reality. Okay, who do we have here? Miss Dimples, what's going on?
Hi, I think I unmuted it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on? How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good, love. What can I do for you?
So, okay. I met this person. I'm just gonna
Okay.
give a background before I
So I
ask my
met
question
this
so you can get.
guy. All right, go ahead.
So I met this person, and it's nothing serious. I'm gonna say casual dating for now because it's only been a few months, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have met in person because it's long distance. We have met in person 3 times. Um, so I'm gonna kick it off with the first date. The first date, they came to see me, and we went out to eat and things like that. I'm gonna say like the person was like, "Oh, could you have been someone that I manifested? Like, it's too good to be true." And then it's like, "What's wrong with you?" And then I felt from that moment on, like they found everything to find like in me that was like wrong or not to their liking, or you know um they like picked at every flaw they saw in me, right?
All
But
right.
for me, I showed up like genuine, a new experience, trying to get to know them. I didn't call out any flaws. I literally was just allowing them to be them so that I could see, who they were as a person. But I didn't do that. And then second date, same thing. It'd be like, okay, cool, things are going well. Next thing you know, you did this, you made a face, why'd you do that? And it's kind of like, and then they self-proclaim themselves to be like operating from a high vibrational place. And then they would say, if I frowned or I made, or I did this, I'm operating from a low vibrational place and I'm negative and I'm this. And I'm like, but when have I showed up negative? And it's kind of been that way. Then I started getting self-help videos to help me change my way of thinking. And it's like, if you're getting this, then that's how your thought process is going. So whatever you think is presenting itself in the real world, as if they were holding a mirror up to me to tell me all the things that I'm doing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, how do you navigate in a situation like that? And again, I didn't do it back to them. I just was kind of listening. I'm not saying that every single thing that they said was untrue. There are some things that I can work on, which I feel everybody has something, or some areas that they can work on within themselves, and I'm okay with that.
Right.
It's
Right.
just the way it was presented, the way it was spoken, and then I don't feel like it landed the way they intended for it to land. And again, I'm a pretty easygoing person. So I'm okay with taking, I don't even want to, how did he say it? Something about constructive criticism.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. I'm okay with receiving criticism if it's something that I feel like, like I could work on. I'm not going to internalize everything you say to me because you feel like it's true. If it's something that I could relate to, then okay, I don't mind working on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I noticed like interaction became like less and less because they continued to do that to me. And then if I would speak up or try to like say something in regards to things that were said about me, then I became defensive. Like it was like giving back to me in that manner. Although I literally was just trying to like answer a question or, you know, get back to them on something that they said, but then it was said to me like I'm being defensive because I'm trying to correct or say that that's not true
Right.
about me. You can think it, you can have your opinion, but that doesn't make it true, right?
Right. Right.
And
Right.
so
Right.
it's kind of been that dynamic. So if I like text or something, just a regular, hey, how your day's going or something like that, I get back in return like, because I've gotten those self-help videos and you should be doing this and focus on you and blah, 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 blah type stuff. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, why are you worried about how, like my day, you should be worried about how your day is going. I'm like, what the hell?
That's what he's saying to you.
Yes, it's kind of like, if you no longer have the interest, then it's okay to say that, right? We're grown adults. I don't know.
So you are what text him like how's your day going, and his response to you will be like you should be worried about how your day is going.
Yes, like it's kind of like he's saying I'm not being nice, but that's genuinely who I am as a person. I would text my mom, "How your day going?" I would text a friend, "How's your day going?" And so I would text him like, "How's your day going?" What's wrong with that?
Nothing at all. Okay, how'd you meet
He
this?
told me that casual conversations are meaningless.
Okay, how old are you? How
Yes.
old are you two?
I am 43 and he is 39.
Okay. All right. And how did y'all meet?
Online.
Okay, first mistake.
Right.
First mistake. So you met online. How long have y'all been dealing with one another?
For about 5 months.
Okay. No relationship.
No relationship.
How frequently do y'all see one another?
Because it's fairly fresh in the distance, we've seen each other 3 times because he recently moved. So when he was closer, yeah, so about 3 times in person.
How much distance between the two of you? Like, how long of a drive would it
So,
be?
so right now, so the drive was a 4-hour drive, but now they moved up north to New York area, and I'm in Florida, so that's a flight. So
Ooh,
I've taken a flight. The last visit was me flying up there for the visit.
right, right. Okay.
Yeah.
It's been 5 months, and y'all have a considerable amount of distance between the two of you. What are some things that he criticizes you for?
So, so let's start with this. I'm gonna just give an example of one thing. Like I understand that some men would like to see a woman in their natural state, right? And I am okay with that. So I would wear lashes, right? I'm just giving a small example. I would wear lashes. And then he said, "Oh, we're gonna need to have a conversation about those lashes." And I'm like, "What about it?" And then he's kind of like, "Oh, like they're maybe staying like they're too long." And I said, "Well, I don't have a problem with coming in my natural state. One, because lashes don't define me, and makeup really don't define me. I don't even wear that much, so fine, I will not wear lash, right?" And so he came back and saying like, basically like, so I didn't stand up for myself and wanting to wear lashes because lashes are like a small issue and I could care less about a lash, right? So I didn't give that much energy to be giving pushback, right? It's kind of like
So he
that's
was
not a
wanting
thing
you
to
to he was wanting you to
support.
stand up for yourself and like defend your
Yes.
yeah, nah, get out of this.
I sent him a gym picture. I'm gonna give you, cause y'all better be like, man, what? I sent him a gym picture, right? And the gym picture was not up close. I literally had on some shorts and a tank top.
Uh-huh.
And the response I got was, "Early bird get the worm," because I go to the gym at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And then he also then followed that with something about it's not even Wednesday. And then he sent like a camel. He was like, "Girl, but those shorts, it's not even Wednesday." And he put a camel emoji at the end. And me thinking it was a joke, like I laughed it off because I thought he was talking about my butt, like because you can see it from the side or something. So I'm laughing, right? But no, he was like, "Clearly that went over your head. You are displaying a camel toe." And I'm like, what the hell? Like the picture wasn't even up close. Like you literally would have had to zoom in that area of my picture to say that, right? And so I was just thinking like, oh my God, like I literally just sent a more, like a "Hey, I'm at the gym" type thing. And so I was laughing like, what the? Yeah, he was like, "So no, I don't like the shorts. They're too tight." And I'm just like, Jesus,
Right. So
what is going on?
so two things. One, I need to see the pic, and then two, my question for you is why are you still engaging with this person? It sounds like a miserable experience.
So it wasn't all bad, I guess. But this part is becoming like a bit much, I guess, because I'm starting to feel really like judged and criticized for a lot of things that I do. And it's like small things. So yeah, maybe I should exit stage left. Outside of those like conversations, he's actually like he's a gentleman. Like he does good outside of those small things. So I'm just like, what the hell?
So has he been this way the entire connection?
After I'm gonna say after the first interaction, it became that way. Like the
Gotcha.
second time we met up, he did that, and then this third time, he did that.
Right. Yeah, you have to do some reflecting, love, to see why you tolerated this for so long, right? Because it takes two to
Yeah.
tango. So yeah, people can treat you wrong, but people who are more like integrated normally leave those people alone, and then people who
Uh-huh.
aren't, they tend to stick around because part of them probably feels like they deserve it, or they're used to trying to, appease or earn love, right?
Yeah.
So do some reflection on that, but yeah, this ain't the one. This is not the one
Yeah, because
for sure.
it's kind of like you present yourself as being this high quote unquote vibrational person, but if you was vibrating that high, you would not try to like point out a person's every flaw, be judgmental, or try
Right.
to like tear
If
them
you were if
down.
you were vibrating that high, you wouldn't even notice it.
That's what I said. I'm
You wouldn't
like,
even
what?
notice it. You're noticing it because he's like wired to find flaws with things,
Yeah,
and he's deluded himself into thinking that he's the super developed person.
I
That's not the
see.
case at all. So you'll get it. It'll get worse if it progresses, because this is an unwinnable situation. Because he'll do things just to test you. So one, he'll
Mm-hmm.
criticize you, but then two, he'll criticize you to see if you accept the criticism, and if you do, he's like,
Right.
"Why'd you just let me tell you that?" Right? There's no winning in a situation like that. That is a miserable person. So,
Yeah.
and misery loves company. So being with a miserable person means they're going to make you miserable as well.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, you must leave the connection and leave the dating apps entirely.
I know, right? I was like, that's it for me. If I don't meet you in person, you walk up to me, it's a wrap.
Right.
But I think so. Like, I went that direction because I'm kind of like an introvert, so I'm inside a lot. So I kind of like went on the dating app just to like venture out and see what was out there. And then
Yeah. You're
that's what
gonna
I came
you're
across.
gonna experience like people with severe attachment issues. It's not to say that you can't meet someone on a dating app. It's just there's trade offs with every approach you take. So the trade off when it comes to meeting people organically is you kind of have to lean into patience and get out of your comfort zone, especially if you're an
Mhm.
introvert, right? That's the trade off. But that trade off at least makes you a more dynamic person in the process. You get to face your fears, you get to grow, you get to, you know, make more friends, have a more full life in that way.
Right.
So that trade off is worth it. The trade off to dating apps is even if you do meet somebody ultimately, you might have to go through 100 people to find that person.
No, I understand.
So,
And I see y'all's comments in the I see y'all's comments. I'm not staying. I did want to ask about that because it was just like, dang, why is this person being so judgmental? Like, am I tripping or, like, that's crazy. This is my first time ever encountering someone that even conducts themselves like that. So it's kind of like, whoa.
yeah, so just leave them alone, love. Okay?
I will do so.
All right, dear.
And
That's,
continue to work on me.
that's right. That's right.
Thank you. I appreciate
No
it.
problem, dear. You take care, all right?
Thank you too.
All right. Who else do we have? Quite a few people in the queue. I think some of them have dropped, though. What's going on, bro?
What's up, fam?
Chilling, chilling. What can I do for you?
Everything on?
So far, so good, bro. What can I do for you?
Shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm just tired of the dating game.
Okay. What's going on with it?
I feel like, you know what I'm saying, to bring so much to the table is like, do I really even need someone there? At the same time, it's like, even if you are there, it's like, are you worthy of that seat at the table? You know?
Okay. All right. So, what does that mean? Are you worthy of that seat at the table?
I feel like, I have a lot of self-value, and I carry myself in a certain way, and I try to look for someone, you know what I'm saying, who carries themselves in a like-minded way.
Okay.
But it's like, I feel like everyone's ego is kind of like huge, and they
Okay.
always feel like, hey, my way or the highway.
Okay. So when you say you carry your way in a certain way and you're looking for someone else to carry their way in a certain way, that's very vague. So what is that way that you are describing?
So like I'm a businessman, I'm business oriented, like, raising a 2-parent household, Christian for like 20 years.
Okay. And you're looking for someone who has those same qualifications?
Yeah, not even same, kind of like, not the same qualifications, but kind of like a like-minded mindset.
Okay. So how would you describe the mindset?
How would I describe the mindset? Let me. I feel like it's hard for me to describe it in words. I feel like I would have to get like really deep on the details of
Yeah,
that.
and that's why I'm asking you these questions because a lot of people use terminology and then when you push them on it, they don't know how to define it. For example, some people are like, I'm healing. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? And then they can't answer it. Okay, how are you healing? And then they can't answer it. So they're just telling themselves something. So right now you may be just telling yourself something because if what you were saying is, if you had clarity around what you were looking for, you will be able to very easily articulate it. And you can't. So that's going to be the first step for you is to even like kind of define what it is you're looking for. Right now, you're probably dating from a perspective of just like feeling. Like, how do I feel here? But feelings can be misleading, right? So
Yeah,
you gotta,
feelings can be misleading.
right,
As a guy, I'm not really emotional and stuff like that. Emotion still plays a part. Like, can't just be a complete brick when it comes to like dating. So it's like,
right. So you got to have clarity around like, think of it like you setting a goal, right? If you set a vague goal, like, oh, I want more money. Okay, well, here's $5. Was the goal achieved? So, oh, I got to be more clear about what my goal is. Okay, I want to make 100K per year. Okay, that's a clear goal, right? And we have clarity around what we're looking for. So you got to apply that same mentality to relationally. What is it that you're looking for? Because right now you use a lot of vague terminology. You said, I'm moving a certain way. I'm looking for someone else who moves in a certain way. Okay.
yeah,
Well,
'cause, I'm a businessman, so I got like 3, 4, 5 businesses. Entrepreneur for about 15 years.
okay. What does that have to do with? What does that have to do with what you're looking for romantically?
Because when it comes to a relationship, it's like I say, it's a relationship, so you gotta treat it. It's not. It's what I'm saying, between you and the other partner. So it's like, if I want to be heading a certain direction, I want to find someone who's also, what I'm saying, in that like mindset. What I'm saying, someone who can build me up. I can build them up. They can give me different views, perspectives on different things, and stuff like that.
You're still using vague terminology. I'm telling you, brother, this is your main problem. You're even using filler words like know what I'm saying, and I don't know what you're saying because you're not clear as to what you're saying, right? You say I got 3, 4, 5 businesses. Well, what number is it, right? People who are actually serious about business know exactly how many businesses they have. You see, so you're signaling things in this conversation that you don't realize you're signaling that certain people can pick up on. Like a real business person, if they heard you say I got 3, 4, 5 businesses, they know you're not serious about business because you wouldn't have said it that way if you were. That would be like hustles. I have certain hustles. Like, okay, I wash cars and I sell T-shirts and I do that. That's a person who has 3, 4, 5 businesses. Not someone who like I own a car wash. That person will be like I own a car wash and I have this business. Someone who's hustling, making a little money here, a little money there, will be like I have 3, 4, 5 businesses. See what I'm saying? So you got to get very specific with your verbiage because the way that we speak represents how much clarity of thought we have. And if the way that you speak is very vague, you aren't clear up here. And if you're not clear up here, you can't possibly get what you want. Because your mind is very powerful. It can lead you to what you want, but you got to give it like a clear goal. You got to know exactly what that picture looks like. So when you were describing the woman that you want, I want someone who can, give me different perspectives. Well, everyone can give you different perspectives. A crazy person can give you a different perspective. Do you want a crazy person?
No, I definitely don't want to.
You don't. So you got to get like clear on exactly what it is you're looking for. When you get clear on what you're looking for, you can more easily find it. So specific.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah, specific. So like a woman may be like, okay, I want a man who is financially stable, that makes sense. Financially stable, like you got a place to live, you have a car, right? Okay. I want him to be someone who's growth oriented and ambitious. Okay, that's kind of vague, but it's still kind of giving you an idea of what the person is looking for. I want someone who's going to prioritize health and fitness. Okay, so you want someone who goes to the gym, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. Someone just said in the chat, a woman of God. That's vague too, but we still are moving in a direction, right? You want someone who's faith focused, right? Who puts God first. You start listing out qualities like that, now you start to get a bit more specific. Now you can start like filtering people out appropriately, right? If you're like, I want different perspectives, someone who can do this, that, and the third, and it's like, it's vague, it's going to be hard for you to discern if the woman across from you is a good fit or not, because you're not clear on what it is you're looking for. Okay?
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
So just do that, bro. You do that, you'll find it. Okay?
100%. Like I also feel like, you know what I'm saying, like I don't have a problem with getting women. I just feel like there's a lot of, you know, more of the lust part, and just like it's an experience for them.
Gotcha. That can be true.
And I want like a deeper connection.
How are you finding women so far? Like, how do you source them? Are you like doing cold approach, like talking to them like at Target or something like that? Or you
I
on
do
dating
some
apps?
cold approach, but most of the time they come up to me like
Okay.
like I'm a photographer, so I'm always at, you know, nightlife events, functions, going here. I live a fast life.
I will tell you
in this
this.
state.
I always tell people, bro. I tell this to both men and women. The environment that you date in matters. So if you,
It's like,
if
that's my job.
I get
So
that,
it's like,
I get that, but that may not be the place where you want to actually make romantic decisions.
right.
Right? Because it's like, okay, if you're meeting women during nightlife, that's not to say that they're guaranteed to be a certain way, but the probability is higher. Because that's how you're meeting them. I've talked to dudes, man, who like, they'll be a DJ or photographer and they'll meet women in nightlife and then try to stop her from engaging in the nightlife. And I'm like, well, that's how you met her. She was already doing that. You're not going to change her. You want to get someone you don't have to change. So you might want to find another way to meet them, because the type of women you're meeting probably aren't going to be a fit for what you're looking for. Okay?
Like it's always quality over quantity. Like, you know, I might have a good quantity, but it's like it's a quality there.
Right. But you go look in the mirror though, because it's like you're basically finding women in a way that matches more of a short-term connection, and then being surprised that it's not a qualitative connection. It's not a quality connection. So you're meeting the exact type of women that you don't want to deal with. You have a bad system right now. And now you're tired of dating, but you're tired of dating because you've been dating the exact type of women that you don't want to date. You understand?
I understand you.
Okay. All right. Well, make those shifts, bro, and keep me posted on how it goes. All right. Try to find different ways to meet them, different environments. You know what I mean? The environment that you meet people in tends to filter for the type of person you meet. So if you want a woman, goes back to clarity again, right? So get clear on the type of woman that you want, and then once you have clarity on that, then it should be clear on what type of environment you may find her in.
Right.
Okay, and then just put yourself in those environments. Maybe take pictures in those environments. So give that a shot, bro, and keep me posted on how it goes, all right?
All right. Sounds good, bro.
All right, brother. You take care.
Thanks for this conversation. Yeah.
All right, who we got next? Marina.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
I'm great, love. How are you?
Good. I'm in a relationship, but I feel like the dating part of the relationship has like dwindled down, and he does take me on to this one place that like I express that I like every year, but it doesn't go beyond that. Like the dating is just like that once a year, and then after that it's just I ask him to take me on a date. Like I like surprises and stuff, but he's just kind of like not romantic and kind of, I don't know, stoic in a way when it comes to romance, and I'm not sure
how to maneuver that.
Okay. So, in what way is he stoic when it comes to romance? Like, just not taking you to the place you want to go, or just is it a frequency thing?
It's like a frequency thing because it is only one time a year. He's very affectionate, very sweet. Make sure that I'm comfortable and whatever we're doing, but it's just like the dates are like few and far between.
Okay. And what is this place that he's taking you to once per year?
It's North Carolina. It's the Cherokee area, just because I like outdoorsy stuff. So he'll take me to like do kayaking or something like that.
So it's
that would be the one place.
It's a very like eventful experience.
Yeah.
Okay. Is North Carolina quite a bit of ways away from where you are?
No, not really. It's about like an hour or two.
Okay. And have you had a conversation with him that you would like to have more outings with him?
Yes, but I don't think we get in trouble a lot with like, well, what do you want? And I'm like, well, just surprise me. And then it'll be like, well, what do you want? And I'm just like, just surprise me. So it's just like, I'd like a little bit more adventure and like, just say like, let's get ready to go. And then I don't know where I'm going sort of thing, but just like more adventure.
Okay. Well, this is going to be a you problem here, love, unfortunately. Because you basically got someone who's not like that. Who doesn't do those things. And you're trying to kind of force him to do it. And then you're not giving him clarity. So you're taking someone who already doesn't naturally move that way and then not even giving them any clarity as to like what you want them to do. So they default to doing nothing.
So I have to tell him the surprise that I want.
Well, then it wouldn't be a surprise, but yeah, you're probably going to have to listen. You can have anything you want, but you can't have everything you want. It sounds like you're with a person who is good. Right? You say he's affectionate, he treats you well, y'all do go on that trip. He may not be the person who's going to be like, put this on and come out, I'll pick you up at 6. And then y'all just go to the airport and fly somewhere. He may not be that guy.
Okay.
But then if you got that guy, he probably won't be affectionate. There's always going to be something missing.
All right, then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, you can probably still go out with him, but it may not be the surprise element.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, what do you want? Do you want to be surprised or do you want to enjoy an outing with your man?
I think both. I just like the element of like not knowing what's necessarily going to come, but still having a good time afterward. I think that's the point of the surprise for me. But if he's just not like that, I guess it's a fair trade-off because he is a wonderful person. So I don't,
Okay, yeah.
mind.
Yeah, that's very wise of you to see that the good outweighs the bad in this situation, because a lot of people would leave this situation to find what they were missing and then be surprised that, oh, this new guy has a quality that was missing, but then he's missing the things I did like.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to do something like that. So.
Right.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem, dear. You take care. I'm not saying this is her, but it's like there are some people out there who will see something on social media and then it will create a fantasy in their head like, oh, I also would like that. And that's a trap. That's a trap. Be careful. Be careful. Here's what you want. The best person that you can have is someone who moves in good faith, meaning they want the best for you. So they try to create win-win scenarios. And then 2, when you do give them feedback, they make an effort, right? That you're not going to get better than that. That's the best you're going to get. Okay, this fantasy that this person has everything that you ever want, they've checked all the boxes, is nothing more than a fantasy. It is not real. You will never find it. And if you think you're going to find it, you'll spend a lifetime being disappointed. Okay, what do we have?
Hello.
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing good by God's grace. I'm calling because I would like some advice because I'm getting married like next month. And with my fiance, we've been having some issues with her mother.
Okay.
Who I respect a lot, and she's a nice lady, but from the beginning, she's been causing some issues in our relationship in a sense that, for example, her and my fiance, they do have like different style. So my fiance requested a specific engagement ring that I bought and everything. And the first thing the mom's, I told her, your ring is ugly. That started with the ring. Then it was the wedding ring. The wedding ring is ugly. Then it was the shoes. The shoes are ugly. And now the issue that is coming is that we're gonna do a Catholic wedding because my fiance is Roman Catholic and I'm Orthodox. And the mother had some issues with her father, so the father wasn't in her life, but they kind of reconnected. And she doesn't want the father to walk her down the aisle. So she asked my fiance that she thinks her uncle should walk her down the aisle. And she was like, I don't think that's the best thing for me to do because my stepfather was also in my life. So if I walk with my stepfather, my father and his family can feel some type of way. If I walk with my father, the stepfather also can feel disrespected or something like that. So since, for example, I'm Orthodox and in my tradition of church, usually the father doesn't really walk the aisle with the daughter. Like both of them walk together to the altar and stuff like that. So my fiance was that maybe that's what we should do. And then the mother like exploded like toward saying things like you're not supposed to say to your daughter and things like that. So I tried to calm down the situation and I even like told my fiance I think it would be good to maybe let your mother walk you down the aisle so that we don't deal with issues with your dad and maybe your stepfather or uncles. And we agreed to it. And she called back her mother and she explained the thing, but the mother didn't want to listen. And even then at some point I think she told the mom also she should try to apologize to me because like when we're having that conversation she kind of disrespected me and my faith and things like that. And since then they haven't been talking and we're getting married at the beginning of August and I really don't know what to do because the mom wants to be in everything. She wants to make all of the decision for her daughter and the daughter doesn't let that happen. And I'm not the type of man who's gonna marry someone and have my mother-in-law tell me what to do in my house also. So I really don't know what to do and I don't want to be disrespectful to her also.
Okay. And your soon-to-be wife is kind of standing up for you and not caving into the mother?
Back. Yes.
Okay.
That's why the mother doesn't talk to her right now.
Okay. I think this is definitely a frustrating situation, but it sounds like you got a good woman, bro.
Oh yeah, she's a great woman.
Yeah. So there may not be a win here in terms of like having both sides get what they want because the mother wants to be controlling.
Yeah.
That's all it is. She just wants control. She probably has attempted to control your fiance her whole life. And now, she has begun the process of individuating. You got to be okay with letting her be upset. As rough as that, you can't please everyone. You should be focused on what is best for your relationship. Yeah. That's what's best here. What is best for the relationship between you and the woman you decided to marry, and then that should be your focus. And if anyone on her side of the family is going to have a problem with it, they're not the ones getting married.
Yeah, that's true.
She'll come around if she loves her daughter.
I hope so. Because she's trying to put like everything about herself, and it's very frustrating. So at some point I was feeling like if the wedding was between the mom and the daughter, because I was at some point, it's not even my wedding anymore. So I was feeling some type of way. She even my fiance is very close to one of her nephews, and the mom removed the nephew without even asking my fiance, and she replaced with her friend. So she has a friend coming from France, and she kicked out technically the nephew of the wedding list. It doesn't make any sense.
Right. What she's doing is not going to make sense because this is just an emotional thing for her.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't want to lose the grips over controlling her daughter. For some parents, that is how they feel significant, is controlling their children. And then when their children kind of partner off with somebody romantically, they feel themselves losing that control. So they start acting out.
Okay.
So your wife is doing the right thing. I would be concerned if your wife was like trying to appease
Oh no,
your soon-to-be mother-in-law.
she's not like that. She's very type of
Because
personality like me.
that would be a problem if like she was
Okay.
trying to appease her and doing everything to, that would be a very frustrating thing in your relationship. But considering that your wife is standing up for you and even telling her mother to apologize to you, and they're willing to accept the silent treatment, it bodes well for your marriage.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
No problem, brother. Best of luck to you, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah, my mom got jealous of my ex too. I can't confirm or deny I've gone through that. I cannot confirm or deny. Parents can be tricky, man. They can be tricky with this romantic stuff. They can be tricky. It's hard to let go of that role that they're playing. Fortunately, this is common. I had a similar thing happen. Yeah, I know a lot of people go through that. It's unfortunate. I refuse to fight with anybody's mama, right? Hello? Hello? All right. Oh, Deborah. That sounds awful, actually. I don't think I could deal with an overbearing mama. Right, moms might be paying for wedding and have some stipulations. Even if that's the case, you're not paying so that you can have the experience you want. You're paying for your daughter. It's like some people are just hard to deal with, man. Let's try this again. Hello? All right. I'm not letting Deborah back up, because why do you keep requesting? I didn't like my son's girlfriend, but I got to know her and now we talk every day. Cool. I'm glad to see it worked out for you. Glad to see it worked out for you. Again, if you have a question pertaining to dating and relationships, you can hit the button at the bottom of the screen with a blue and pink person. That will bring you up and solve your issue. You can also drop your question in the chat. Just be advised, if a caller comes in, I will ignore your question and talk to the caller. So if you want a guaranteed answer and you want a high quality answer, it's best to call in. It's best to call in. I used to tell my brothers to find a woman that runs her own business career and you won't have time for childish arguments. Yeah, I mean, that can be a solution for that, but it also can like hurt the connection as well if somebody is too busy. A lot of people who are in that situation, their own business and career, a lot of them tend to be avoidantly attached, unfortunately. You'll find that avoidance a lot of times are financially successful because being workaholics allows them to avoid facing the feelings that they are currently suppressing. It's not a guarantee, obviously. You can be securely attached and be successful. You can be anxiously attached and be successful. But the way it tends to shake out, that hyper-independence element is connected to avoidant attachment. A lot of hyper-independence, yeah. They're attached to their success. All right, we got a caller here. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Can you hear me? Hi.
Hi, what can I do for you?
I was wondering, I was just in a relationship, just getting out of a relationship. My issue was this particular person kept looking at other females' pictures, or something he was looking at on his phone, and he kept turning away from me every time I would, sit back on the couch or, look towards his phone. This is the second time actually we was trying to become a couple. So I tried to do it again with him, but it still was like always the same thing. He had a thing with this phone. And I was wondering, I was always willing to share my phone. And it was like, well, what did I do wrong? When we got together, we happened to get together because I had a hardship.
Mm-hmm.
And I was with somebody, but the person that I had the hardship with didn't do anything I was expecting them to do. But this person stepped up to the plate. So I felt like I was wrong for getting involved with him so soon because I was in the hardship. But I mean, he made me feel comfortable. He did everything I needed him to do. He was always there for me. He was, so I was like, what did I do wrong? I'm not understanding, but yet we've been together almost 2 years, and it seems like he would rather be with somebody else. Did I go wrong, or is it just something he was doing to like pull me in because I was in a hardship? I don't know if you understand what I mean, but I'm hoping that you do.
What kind of hardship are we talking about?
I had a fire at my
I'm
apartment.
custodial parent, and he took him.
You had a what?
I had a fire at my apartment,
Okay.
and his nephew and my daughter is together and had a kid together. We knew each other from there, but it was he stepped up to the plate, and my boyfriend didn't. The person that I was with didn't,
And
and we
he
ended
stepped
up getting together.
he
after
stepped
that.
up he stepped up to the
He made
plate.
it seem like it was all my fault.
He stepped up to the plate in what way?
Like, he stepped up. He was helping me with the fire. He stayed with me at the hotel until we got my place. And, it was like we had a decent relationship. I asked him if he wanted a relationship.
Hold
and
on.
he was like,
Hold on.
I'm
Hold
okay
on.
with
Hold
that.
on. Hold on. So, what was your current boyfriend not doing?
Nothing. I had a fire. He didn't even come to see what happened. He was at work, and he had to pass my house, where I had the fire at, to get home, and he didn't even come through,
Okay. How
So-
long were you with the previous boyfriend?
I'm sorry.
How
Say
long?
again.
How long were you with the previous boyfriend?
I was with him maybe 6 months before I ended up with the guy that was helping me with the fire and being there for me.
Okay. All right. And
So,
when you
did
got
I
with,
do something
you said
wrong?
that you tried with this current guy twice, right?
Correct.
Was that twice after the fire, or did you try it with him before the fire?
Twice after the fire. So the first time we was together for like a year and a half. I left his place, and he asked me to come back. He said, I miss you, this, that, and third, and I still smell your scent, and them type of things. And I was like, okay, I'll give him a chance and see what happens. And I just left him today. I just went to pick up the rest of my stuff today from his place. But I was sitting on the couch, and I'm talking on the phone to my sister, and it's like he was doing stuff behind my back. When I sit back on the couch, he turned his phone to the side. It's like, well, what the hell?
So, what was the reason? What's the reason why you left him the first time?
Almost the same reason. Because he was talking to somebody who he claimed he knew her forever, and they're good friends and this, that, and the third, but he never introduced us. And I saw her messages, and it was like, well, are y'all playing around? Are y'all doing something? Is this really your friend? And if she's really your friend, introduce me to her. Let me see who she is. Let me know who she is. She don't live far from us. But he wouldn't do that. So I don't understand what he was doing and why he was doing it, but it hurted my heart because I fell in love with him. So I'm like really confused here on how to deal with that and how to get over it.
Okay.
It sounds complicated, don't it?
Nope, it's very simple. A couple of problems
Okay.
here is one, he's essentially doing the same thing that you did with your previous boyfriend, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you entertain somebody while being in a relationship. So how mad can you really be?
Not really that mad because of that.
Right.
But I want to understand how to deal with it because, like, I end up falling in love with him because of what he did for me, and we had a good relationship, and it wasn't too much trauma. But all of a sudden now, it's like, well, what happened?
Yeah, you got with someone who's probably just a cheater.
Okay.
That's why I said there's nothing complicated here. You basically got with someone, and then so you essentially cheated. You're staying in hotels with somebody. I get that they're helping you, but what does he have to be there for? Right? So you cheated,
Right.
and then you left somebody for essentially cheating on you, which is hypocritical in and of itself, but you did the same thing. And then he said he missed you, so then you went back with the cheater as if him missing you solves the problem. Him missing you has nothing to do with him cheating. So you got back with someone, and then now you ultimately have left them for the same reason again. So this is a very cut and dry case. Not complicated here.
Okay. And I appreciate you saying that. And, you know, it feels different coming from a man than coming from another woman, you know, because I spoke to a couple of females about it. And, you know, I was like, well, you know, maybe I did something wrong or, you know, but now I understand. I definitely understand.
I love it. I wish you the best, though. Okay?
Thank you.
Take care. All right. Amani.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great, love. What can I do for you?
I just had a question. I'm not sure if I'm kind of like overreacting here a bit or if I should be patient.
Okay.
I've been dating this guy for a couple of months and it was cool. It's just, I was always the one to initiate things, which was kind of weird for me because I'm used to guys chasing me. And so like he just recently just went on a golfing trip for like over a week and there's been no contact at all, but he's checking on me on social media and he went with like his guy friends, which I understand, you know, guys trip, that's cool. But you know, he hasn't said anything to me in over a week. So I'm just thinking like, well, if he hits me up when he gets back, should I really even talk to him at this point? Because it's been a few months of us dating, but I just don't think that he's serious.
Okay. How'd you meet
What do
him?
you think? I met him actually over social media.
Okay. Was like popular on social media?
Yeah,
How
but
many?
I know that isn't good. I mean, we live in the same city, but
Okay.
you know, I never really met him in the same city that I'm at.
How many followers do you both have? Just out of curiosity.
Well, I have like over 13,000.
Okay.
Yeah, and he has like 20.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. And so you met on social media,
It was on Instagram,
Instagram.
which isn't good. You know, I know that. I should be meeting people in person, but
Well,
you know
listen,
how it is these
I
days.
always say like I'm like anti-dating app, especially for anything serious. But if you have to do the digital way of meeting people, then social media is the best option. But then when we start dealing with people who have a lot of validation from social media, it can definitely be a problem.
Now, I understand he has like a lot of attention from other girls, which, you know, I'm not really like a jealous person and whatnot, but I just feel like he thinks he's like two player. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Right. Okay. So
he
y'all,
thinks he's so smooth.
yeah. I mean, it's working. It's working.
Yeah, it worked on me.
Right. So
Which it shouldn't have. I should have just waited to maybe if I met him around town, then that would have been different. But I don't know. At this point, I mean, if somebody goes on a golfing trip and doesn't really talk to you for like a week, it's like, do they really care?
you said he's
You know.
he's checking on you on social media. In what way?
He's checking on like, you know, he'll watch my stories and he'll like them and stuff like that. But he says nothing, which is kind of weird to me.
Okay. And how long have y'all been dealing with one another?
Just a few months.
Okay. And has he gone on any trips other than this one since y'all been dealing with one another?
No, this is the first one.
Gotcha. How frequently y'all talk?
I mean, when he's in town, we talk a lot.
Okay.
But then he just went out of town and he said nothing.
What's a lot?
So-
Is it like daily?
Like every other day.
Every other day. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's been a week and he hasn't reached out to you from the trip. How long is the trip supposed to be?
I think he gets back Sunday or something like that. So that's why I'm thinking like maybe he'll hit me up next week or whatever. But I don't want to be the one to initiate anything. I don't want to be chasing after this guy. Like I'm not used to that. And I feel like if a
Right.
man really wants you, then he's gonna try to get you. You know, like he'll do what it takes
Okay.
to try to make things happen and talk to you and be the one to initiate things.
Gotcha.
Because it shouldn't really be the other way around, in my
Okay.
opinion.
Okay. I don't think this is like a relationship ending thing. because I can, if I put myself in his perspective, right? Like him liking your story and stuff like that is him remaining connected. You can argue that that's his way of like remaining connected while he's enjoying himself with his boys. This is something that you would have a conversation about to kind of set expectations. So like if when he returns, there's nothing that would suggest that he's not going to reach out to you. Right? He more than likely is going to reach out to you once he gets back and then tell you about the trip.
Yeah, probably.
And then you just be like, you just express your feelings. You know, no finger wagging. I always like try to tell women when I coach them, that's the feminine
Yeah,
position.
I'm not the type to like nag or like throw something in somebody's face.
Yeah.
I'm pretty chill about
but
things.
Don't be super chill though, because that's how you don't get what you want. There needs to be some sort of feedback for there to be a course correction of behavior. So if you're a woman I was coaching, I would be like, just tell him how that made you feel. Not like immediately when he returns and be a buzzkill of him coming off vacation, but just have a conversation maybe a day or two after he returns and he reaches out. But yeah, I did want to mention, I just kind of felt, you know, like we weren't really connected when we were on trip. Like, I know you're with your boys, but I just kind of would feel like I would kind of prefer a little bit of contact. And then he'll likely, then you just see how he responds to that. Does he apologize? He's like, oh, I just didn't, you know, I normally don't communicate when I'm on trips, but yeah, if you want to talk, like, yeah, we can do that if I ever go out of town again. Okay, if he has a type of response and then he does that when he leaves again, there's no problem here.
Yeah, but I shouldn't be the one to say something first. I feel like he should be the one to say something first.
What do you mean say something first? Meaning reach out to you?
Yeah, reach out to me when he gets back.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one returning back from vacation. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. The thing that's on you is you got to communicate how that made you feel so that he has that data that will empower him to course correct moving forward. Because it's like, or what's your expectation? Was your expectation like for him to talk to you every single day or just to maintain some sort of contact, maybe every other day? Communicate.
Yeah, it's the same as like we've been doing, like every other day. You know, it doesn't have to be every single day, but you know, I mean, it's sending a simple text to be like, hey, you know, I got a long day today. I just want to check in with you. I mean, it takes nothing.
Yeah, that's not an unreasonable expectation. Any reasonable person who is actually emotionally available would take that feedback and be like, yeah, okay, no problem.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Keep me posting how it goes, all right?
Okay, for sure.
All right, dear.
Have a good day.
You too. All right.
Hi.
Hey, how are you, Lisa?
Do you remember me?
Maybe. You may have to
the
like.
girl with the ex or the boyfriend that I was leaving.
I talked to 100 of those.
So I was on the balcony and I was like, look, and then he came and saw me in the line. That's me.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. So what happened? He gave you a stern talking to?
I left that same night, actually.
Okay. Did y'all have like a fight or something?
No. He actually wanted me to stay, but he was very upset that I was asking for advice from another man.
Really? Okay. Got some competition, huh? Got a little competition. He ain't like it. Talk to me. What's going on now?
Everybody didn't believe me when I said I would leave. I did actually leave. I'm with my friend Angelica. Say hi. Hi.
What's up, friend?
So I'm with my friend, and we actually are roommates. But long story short, this man is obsessed. To the point where I have blocked him. I blocked no caller ID. I've done everything, and he has found a way to contact me through different numbers, text now, text free, Instagram. I mean, literally every single way that he could possibly get in contact with me, right? Even calling the church where I go, asking about me.
So you put it on him. You put it on him. It's your fault.
Yeah, you know, I really was a good woman to him.
Okay.
But my question to you is, you know, that ended, right? Yeah, he did call the church. He called. It was crazy.
I can't believe he did that.
Yeah, he did.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
But anyways, the long story short, I'm back in the dating world. I'm back in the dating scene, and you know, I took my time to heal. I went to my therapy. I went to church, whatever I had to do to really heal from that relationship. And I want to really find my husband, and I just don't know how to go about that because in this dating world, it's like everybody's just lustful. Everybody just wants to have fun and not take anything serious. I'm 26 and I'm in San Antonio, Texas. but maybe I'm doing something wrong. And I did change something about myself that I'm very proud of myself, is that I had a lot of revealing clothing that I got rid of. Everything. Clothing that showed my cleavage, showed my butt, that showed my everything.
You the one that donated that
Yes.
jeans.
Yeah, I donated all that stuff to Goodwill, and I got modest clothing. You see, like I'm all covered up in my dress, nothing
Okay.
mini skirt like it was before.
Right.
But I keep attracting men that don't want to take anything serious. They claim they do, but they actually don't long term.
Right. How did you meet him?
Well, no, I'm just saying in general, like when I go out in public.
No, I get it. I'm gonna
Oh,
talk
I
you
meet
through
my
it.
ex.
Yeah, how'd you meet the guy that you just
Oh, it
left?
was on Facebook dating. All right. I deleted it.
Okay. So that's the first problem, right? How do you
So I
typically
deleted it.
so you've had this experience a lot. So how do you typically like meet men that you decide to date?
So I go out. I love going out. So I go out to the library. I go out shopping.
We just went to the pizza place and there was a dude trying to get a number.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I get approached every single time I sit at the house. I could walk down the street. I get approached. So it's not hard for me to get men that want me and desire me.
Right.
It's just about finding a man that's actually husband material.
Got you. Okay. So you're like very shapely, aren't you?
I'm sorry?
You're very shapely, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh, like curvy?
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to show you? Okay.
Hit that 360.
You see?
Yeah. Okay. I get it. I got
I
it.
get it.
Oh,
I
okay.
get it. A lot of cake back there. Okay.
Oh, shoot.
I'm trying to be in a caloric deficit. I can't handle all that cake right now. All right. So here's the thing, right? It's good that you're dressing modestly, but then being built how you're built, like they gonna see that ass anyway. So it's like you're not gonna really be able to help it. But I will tell you this: you're just going to have to have the discernment to kind of know people's intention. You're gonna have to cultivate the ability to like filter fast because you're gonna attract a lot of attention.
Right.
So you
I
gotta
do.
you gotta
I
filter
actually do.
fast. So that's the first thing. The second thing is there's two ways to meet people organically, right? There's like dynamic environments and static environments. Okay. So dynamic environments are places where you go, and then every time you go there, there's different people. That's not ideal because when you put yourself in dynamic environments, a lot of the time, people are looking for something short term. It's like if you go to the bar or to the club, you didn't list
Oh,
those
I
things.
see, like the club.
Right. But even when you go shopping, that's still like a dynamic environment, meaning like when you meet someone there, they have to approach you right then or else never connect with you. Static environments are the complete opposite. Static environments are environments where when you go there, you see the same people over time, right? You see the same two people every time you go. Now, one of the benefits of that is, one, it matches how we've always romantically connected in the past. You take more of a community approach to dating. So when you're in a static environment, you add an additional variable that isn't present in a dynamic environment, which is reputation. So in a static environment, let's say there's a guy there who has been very lustful. Okay, if he approaches you, there may be a woman there who pulls you to the side and says, like, girl, he hits on everybody in here, right? You don't get that benefit when you're going shopping. You don't get that benefit when you're going like to a bar or something like that. You don't know anything about this person. But a static environment, because it's the same people over and over again, there's going to be a reputational aspect to it that can help with the filtering. Okay? So remember, because you got to filter fast. The second benefit of static environments is the environment itself can filter for the type of person you want. So for example, there was a woman who I was coaching and she said that she was really into professional development and also she wanted a man who was ambitious. So I asked her if she ever heard about Toastmasters, which is a organization that helps you learn to publicly speak. And I told her, if you were to go to an environment like that, which is essentially a club, you'll check both boxes. One, you will professionally develop yourself. And then two, you'll be surrounded by men who are ambitious, because men who are learning how to publicly speak are likely going to be ambitious. Okay. So for you, let's say you wanted someone who was like a person of faith. One way you can do that is go to church, but church isn't the best option because a lot of people just wear the church uniform and they don't really live their life like that. Right.
Right.
But let's say you did some sort of volunteer effort that's church adjacent, right? So someone who is volunteering for like a Christian cause is likely going to take Christianity or any other faith more seriously.
And I already do volunteer though.
Good.
I volunteer at the church, at the food pantry twice a week already.
So people who do that kind of stuff are likely going to take the faith a bit more serious, and then thus maybe have the ability to kind of like really constrain that lust.
Right.
Okay. Because every man battles with lust. You're not going to find a man who doesn't battle with it.
Right.
If he says he's not battling with it, he's lying to you. It's just some are winning the fight better than others. Okay? So you have to be a bit more intentional about the places that you put yourself. And when you put yourself in those places, the goal isn't to like find a man. The goal is to spread positive vibes and connect with everyone, women and men, platonically and potentially romantically, because every platonic connection that you make can potentially lead you to a romantic connection. So you're just there having a good time, being your bubbly self, right? Your extroverted self, and then you just make connections. So what I typically tell women to do is to draw 2 concentric circles, right? So 2 circles that intersect. On one side, you're going to write down like your interest. The other side, you're going to write down the qualities that you want the man that you are with to have. Where the 2 circles intersect, you write down static environments that select for both traits. So you're mixing.
That's well said.
Right? You're mixing what you're interested in and what your values are with the qualities that you want your man to have, and then find the environments that actually select for both of those things.
Nice.
And then put yourself in those environments, and you will increase the odds of you having that chance encounter. Okay?
So I have one more question.
And leave that ass at
sorry.
home. I said leave that ass at home when you go. Just take the ass off.
Wait, what?
Leave it at home. It's gonna
Maybe I gotta cover it up.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, this is not doing it justice.
Right.
My last question, because you seem like a well-rounded man. You seem like you have a good head on your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think, I'm 26. I know there is some good men out there, okay? But what do you think, like, am I going to be able to find a good husband? Like, I'm losing hope.
Yeah. It's just there's 2 skill sets I tell people to have, right? Especially in today's dating environment. Discernment is the first thing. Because again, what you'll have a lot of interest coming at you. And you don't want to spend 6 months dating someone who is just going to be a dud.
Right.
So you have to be able to filter fast. So you got to be able to read people with clarity.
Okay.
The second thing is emotional resilience, meaning you have to be able to handle dealing with someone and not working out, and then that not impacting you so strongly emotionally to where it's like you become pessimistic about meeting someone.
Right.
Because, historically, we never had the opportunity to connect with this many people romantically.
So when you say fast, like filter fast, what does that actually look like?
So don't delude yourself. If someone is showing you who they are, so what you're looking for is congruence between like word and action. When the actions contradict what the person is saying, the actions are what represent the truth. What a lot of women do is they're very hopeful. So if a man says something that they like, but his actions contradict it, they're so hopeful that they manipulate themselves into staying connected with him.
I understand. Perfect.
Right.
Well, thank you.
No problem, dear. You're
You're
figure it out.
amazing. And it was, coming on your live that night, like, it really saved my life. Because that same night, before I left, he almost unalived me.
Wow.
He put his, you get the point where I'm getting, and put me to the bed. And he was on top of me, and I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
So right after, because he heard you, because he was in the next room, and I didn't know that he could hear me because the window was cracked open. And he came up, he was like, why are you talking to another man? And you know how men get sometimes, they get jealous. But he went to the extreme and put his hands on me. And it was so scary. And as soon as he went to bed, I made sure I locked his door so he couldn't get out. Well, I kind of locked the entryway and packed my stuff up. I literally didn't even pack most of it up. I literally just took 2 bags and left everything there and just got out of there as soon as I could, because he would have unalived me if I didn't leave, because he was drunk. He was very drunk, and he doesn't even remember that he did that to me.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a strong man. And I was on the bed. He was on top of me. His hands were at my throat. And I was like, oh my goodness. I literally was like, please, Lord, while he was like almost to the point where I couldn't breathe. I said, please, Lord, if you just get me out of this situation, I promise you I would leave right now. And the Lord listened, and I followed through with my word, and I left. And I just wanted to thank you for that, because if it wasn't for me coming on your live, that God wouldn't have revealed to me that he was that type of man that would actually unalive me.
Right.
You know, and it was like, that's the type of man that, like, he's never done that to me. But seeing that made me realize that I could have stayed with him for years.
Right. Yeah.
And not know that he was that type of man that would hit a woman, you know? So I'm glad I saved myself a heartache, because I've only known him for like 2-3 months. So I saved myself a lot of pain, a lot of heartache. And I just want to give you your flowers and thank you. Even though it did bring a lot of demons out, it did show me that I needed to leave that relationship. And now I am in a Christian home through the church, actually, which is a blessing. I have other roommates. It's 3 of us, 4 with me. And you met her, Angelica, and then the other one is coming in the door right now. And we're always having each other's back. And I just moved here about 4 days ago. So
I'm glad things are working out for you, love, and I'm glad that you escaped that situation. But yeah, I agree with you. I think that you really did find out the type of person you were dealing with, the demons that they struggle with, and now you're course correcting. So you're going to be in a much better situation in the future.
Oh, I do have one more question. I know you talk about my butt being, what do you mean? How do I hide it? Like, how do I do? Just wear more baggy clothing?
You're not going to be able, from what I saw, you're not going to be able to hide that.
Exactly. Even
Listen.
when I wear baggy, it shakes.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder knows you got a fat ass, love. Like, that's nothing you're going to be able to hide. But that's putting yourself in those environments are going to help. It's going to help.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, dear.
Bye.
You take care. All right, I'm going to have to change my address, apparently, because I ain't trying to get choked. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to get the blam blams out. You feel me? Miles, you might got to block her. I don't need to be traced. I don't need this to be traceable. Can't have that. Danny, I'm going to need you to stay here a few nights. You know, you are my autistic security. So, yeah. We don't want those type of problems. No more calls, though. It's almost 2 p.m. If you have a question, you can still drop it in the chat. If you're new here, make sure to follow. I go live twice a day. I'll be live again tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't go live on Sundays. So, there's that. He said, Danny said, don't bring him into it. No, I know how Danny get. Because Cece's dad got mad at me for allegedly hitting on his wife. I didn't do that. I asked Shorty what she was cooking. I said, what are you cooking? I may have said it in a flirtatious voice. Sue me. All right? I'm a dating coach. Sometimes I can't turn this shit off. But, do y'all know Danny turned his fucking camera off? Can you believe that? Can you believe that? We were all in that bitch. Cameras on. Danny turned his fucking camera off. Yeah, Danny, I'm snitching. Danny turned his fucking camera off. I'm like, Danny, what the fuck is going on? You know he's nowhere near us, right? Like, we're on the East Coast. He's in California.
I won't stand for these allegations. It's fake news. Okay.
Danny turned the camera off, bro. I said, okay, I need to hire different security.
Depends on the situation. Depends on the situation. This one you got yourself into.
I did.
You flirted your way into this
I
situation.
did. My mouth
You
has
put
got
the Mac on CC's mom.
my mouth has gotten me into all types of trouble, bro. I know it is all my fault, but
Yeah.
because I got into like, entertain the chat mode.
You got
Yeah,
into
sometimes-
entertain yourself mode.
Sometimes I mean, no, I
You got
don't.
yourself into spreadsheet recruitment mode.
Nah, that was
with that one.
That was all for the chat, brother. Come on,
Mm-hmm.
that was all
There were
for
like
the chat.
There were like 10 people in the chat. You
Yeah,
had no witnesses.
I'm a coach, but I'm also an entertainer, man. You gotta be able to hold people's attention. But
You
yeah,
were
turn his
holding
camera
your
off.
mom's
Turn his
attention
camera
pretty
off.
well.
He didn't want to be recognizable or nothing. It's crazy, Danny. This is crazy stuff. But you want to talk about Dallas real quick?
Yeah, we're planning. As we stand now, we're filled up on the B&B, but depending on who does or doesn't pay, we might have some other openings. You're also welcome to book a hotel if you want to come to the area. You can meet us in Dallas over the weekend, so no pressure on the B&B stuff. You can do your own thing. We are going to do a meet and greet in Dallas. Something casual. It's not going to be any kind of Q&A or anything. So if you want to meet us there, we'll have details for that soon. But outside of that, we're pretty good on the Dallas trip stuff. If you need help booking a hotel or anything, just shoot me a DM. I'll help you find the spots, stuff like that. We're not 100% on the venue for the meet and greet yet, but I'll drop that once we have one locked in. We're trying to pick a nice spot. Somewhere that isn't, it's going to be toasty, so we'll pick somewhere cozy with some good eats and drinks.
Right. It's going to be a good time, man. So if y'all want to pop out to Dallas, y'all want to fly in, hang out with the crew love, August 14th through the 17th, we'll be there having a good time. That's because I need to plan the rest of my trip around that. Okay, cool. So yeah, come on through.
Just don't bring your mother, because Marquette will talk to her nicely.
Yeah, leave your moms at home. Leave the mothers at home if you know what's good for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's good for you. Leave the mothers at home. But yeah, it should be a good time. It's gonna be hot though, man.
Yeah, I'm keeping that in mind.
It's gonna be hot. Oh my God. So they got a little pool section in the back, a jacuzzi we may not use unless nighttime it
we get the
cooled
hot
off a little
tub.
bit. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it, bro. Looking forward to it. Like I said, it's like far off, but now it doesn't feel like it's July now, so it don't even really feel.
It's like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. My family trip's in 2 weeks. Dallas isn't on. Sorry, I got other trips.
Okay, Danny, Mr. Worldwide over here.
Mm-hmm.
So we're working on Danny with his fashion. Danny's like up leveling his style, and he's made fast progress.
I'm a fast learner. I have a good teacher.
Right. Me and Kiana getting me right. I don't know how much CJ contributed.
Bobby in the mix. Bobby's been giving some good pointers.
Yeah, Bobby's like that too. Me and CJ we have a similar style.
Yeah.
Only difference is he gets his off of like the child mannequin. Just strips the child mannequin, just throws the fit on, So yeah, that's what's up.
True that.
But yeah, so let me know if y'all are coming to Dallas. Shoot me a DM if you're trying to come through and hang out with us, have a good time, join the meet and greet. Should be cool. If you can't, it's all good. We plan on doing this like once or twice per year. So maybe Q1 next year we'll do another one. Maybe hit Cali or Florida or something like that.
Yeah. We're going worldwide. Signal World Tour.
Exactly. We're doing seminars. We're gonna do seminars next year too. That's why I'm trying to grow this audience as fast as possible. Once I hit 100K on IG, that'd be.
Oh yeah.
I know it's time for seminars at that point.
Absolutely. We're gonna have some fun and make some money too.
That's the goal, brother.
All
right, man.
All right. Well, I'll let you get back to it with the shareholders here.
All right, D-Money.
Peace.
All right, people. I have to run because I have calls coming up. Again, if you're new here, make sure to follow. If you have anxious attachment, there's a link in my bio for a YouTube video of my 4 best tips for people with anxious attachment. Give that a watch. If you want coaching, just DM me the word coach to help you navigate whatever situation you're in. You'll get clarity on that call, so you'll know exactly what is happening and why it's happening. And 2, you'll get a step-by-step roadmap, meaning you'll know exactly what action to take next in your situation to help you get what you want, no matter what it is, okay? So, yeah, I'm going to see you all at 9 p.m. tonight, all right? Appreciate the mods, appreciate the chat. Y'all take care.